I kind of want to do Elvis's thing, quite frankly. So, and it guides you right to where it is, yeah. And it shows people interact you with. So even if you're like a completionist, like someone that wants 100% the game, you probably never 100% it in terms of like the, you know, we're getting all the characters and max them out. But, you know, 100%ing like side quests and stuff around the world map, it seems like you can probably absolutely do. Sure, let's do Elvis's thing. I didn't like Bravely Default 2, but I liked Elvis. It was pretty cool. So, this quest just like down here or something? Almost on that level of Genshin Impact in a way. Gotcha, gotcha. So that's some quest. Yours is flashing, so is it yours? Is it that there? Yeah, it must be, because it's flashing. Yeah, honestly, when it came to Bravely Default 2. I still have, like, so much of a video essay script for that game written that never got published, because I figured I never had the time to do it. But I could always just, like, narrate the script and just, like, put generic gameplay footage over it and just have it as, like, a podcast. Or now that I have, like, Eagle working on some things, I could potentially get Eagle to just, like, slap something together for a freaking Bravely Default 2 video essay. Way after Bravely Default 2 came out. Screw Bravely Default 2. Yeah, Traveler's Story, Elvis. Prologue, Travelers from a Distant Realm. Led by the ring, your band visits Theotropolis, where a new encounter awaits you. Yeah, let's undertake quests. Let's see here. There's that. Hi. I think I saw something I shouldn't have. Just outside town, a person appeared out of thin air. Chapter 3 of Bravely Default 2 was freaking fantastic. The arguments that I made were, like, spot on. But the whole rest of the game was, like, so not great. I was so frightened that before I knew it, I was fleeing in the other direction. So this is Elvis appearing now? Yeah. That's how I feel there. You know. But yeah. As Guzma also mentions there were, like, some cool moments along Bravely Default 2. But after that, it's just, like, nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing needs to make sense. Nothing follows, like, a compelling narrative. It's just like, yeah, go beat the big bads and stuff, and eventually there's, like, the Knight's Nexus that literally comes out of nowhere, like, in a couple instances. It's like, oh, okay, sure, you know? Or, like, for example, the grand finale of Bravely Default was, like, some really epic thing of, like, all the worlds coming together, with, like, the worlds implied to be, like, different players' games, and you've got, like, this set of 4 heroes from different players' worlds that are all, like, coming in and, like, assisting you in defeating the big bad final boss, and it's like, wow, that's really cool seeing that all come together. Whereas the other world thing with Bravely Default 2 was just, like, you get to the final island, and it's just like, oh, a player appeared and cleared the path. And it just says that in text. It doesn't even show you. It's just, like, cut through black, and it's like, a player appeared and cut the path, and the party's just like, huh, what was that? And then you go, like, progress, and there's another roadblock, and it's like, another hero from another world appeared and cleared the path, and the party's like, huh, what was that? And it's never brought up again. Like, it's so dumb, you know? It's, and then there's, like, Sir Sloan exploding for no reason. Like, in my video essay script that I wrote a while back, I talk about how, like, he didn't even need to sacrifice himself. Because Adam, like, doesn't even have, like, any intention of going after the party after that. Adam just, like, steps out without any injuries, like, at all. Like, he's completely, like, scratchless from that explosion. And he's just like, I don't feel like chasing the party. We got what we needed. But if instead Sir Sloan had exploded and, like, Adam was visibly injured and he's like, I'd go eliminate that loose thread, but I'm too injured to go do it right now. We have no choice but to retreat. Then his death and sacrifice would have meant something. But instead, he just explodes for no reason. Adam is literally not harmed at all, and he's just like, I don't really feel like going after the party right now. I have what I need anyway, and I guess that old guy exploded, so I guess we can just get out of here. Like, it's so dumb. It's so meaningless. It's literally, like, the most pointless death I've ever seen in, like, any game story ever. From an actual character in the story. I'm not talking like a generic NPC that appears and then dies. Like an actual character in the story. It is probably like the most pointless death I've ever seen, like maybe in any story ever. It's so dumb. I hate it so much. Man, So remember our reaction when did he just explode? Who was it that proposed the idea of explode? Who was it that said that? Because that was actually so funny. But yeah, so there's that. Well, I mean, like, I don't mean coming out of nowhere in terms of, like, not being referenced. I mean, like, coming out of nowhere as in, we had no indication that the Knight's Nexus was gonna be here. Like, for example, when we're not sure how to defeat the Knight's Nexus, we go to the fairy area. Adele leads us to the fairy area, and the fairies are like, oh, go down into the cave below town. That'll give you the answers that you seek. And you go down to the cave below town, and the Knight's Nexus appears out of nowhere, just like that. Like, surprise, final boss! The freaking final boss was just lurking right below the fairy town, and it's like, oh, okay, I thought we were coming down here for answers of how to defeat the final boss, not to fight the final boss again right below the fairy town, but I guess we're doing that now. So dumb. Bravely Default 2 is a dumb game. I'm just gonna say it. It had some cool characters. I liked Elvis, I liked Adele. I did not like Seth or Gloria. Gloria was just like, you know, a single personality type and that's it. Like the princess of a fallen kingdom and she wanted to like pursue restoring the kingdom, yada yada. And, you know, doing her duty. She could have absolutely had a character arc like, you know, being willing to let that life behind, like her kingdom's destroyed, maybe rather than trying to see herself as the princess of this kingdom, maybe she should have just seen herself as Gloria and like pursue her own happiness. But no, nothing like that. She never changes. She's a completely static character. Seth is like one of the most bland, generic JRPG protagonists I've ever seen. Like anytime any of the party members describe him positively, it's like with the most generic, positive, affirming words that could describe literally anybody. Like it. Elvis and Adele are pretty good. Adele, I don't like how she literally just forgets about her sister after we fight her for the first time, you know, so, you know, not perfect, but generally likable characters. Elvis is pretty cool. Elvis is probably the best character of Bravely Default 2, quite frankly. So, there's that. Lancer came up with Explode, okay, then it became a meme throughout this series. Basically just teleport there, yeah, for some reason. Yeah, Adele being a fairy, that was a good twist. That was cool there. Apparently Seth has a backstory with the Knight's Nexus from hundreds of years ago? Really? Anyway, what realm even was that? The realm with the freaking Knight's Nexus, I guess. They never explained in this story, just hinted all over the game. Because of course it is, huh? Let's go get this guy. Let's go get this filthy memer man. Instead of just shitting on Bravely Default 2. Mess of a game. Oh, that's a cool art! Oh, well, we're getting the Bravely Default melody! Consider for a moment that this world is like a book, with all its people, nothing but characters, living out their short lives. Oh man, that's a nostalgic tune for our Bravely Default fan. I love Bravely Default and Bravely Second so much, and I hate Bravely Default 2 so much. And now, consider what would happen if the library holding this book were to collapse, if this book's pages happened to make contact with another's. Characters from these different worlds might find their paths suddenly crossing. So hearing this theme is evoking nostalgia in me. The game's evoking easy nostalgia points for me right now. Easy fan service here. This is the tale of one such coincidence. The tale of travelers from a distant realm, all at once finding themselves in Ostera. And so, our tale begins. Yeah. People got mad at you for pointing out the game's flaws and basically told you, as the FromSoft section will say, get good. Yeah, they just accused me of, like, sucking at the game. I was like, I swear to you, that's not what's going on here. Like, the insane amount of hours I've put into Bravely Default and Bravely Second. You'd think that that's the type of game that I'd be pretty good at this point, you know? Oh yeah, also, looking back here, in some other interesting news, I got Nier Automata and the mail recently. I mentioned it in the Discord server. We'll start it before the end of the year, but, you know, we're doing other things for now. Is the case. You know, game has a lot of story plots about the Knight's Nexus, and apparently the Knight's Nexus as a human looked exactly like Gloria. I kid you not. Pull out your Bravely Default 2 cover and look at her eyes. It's actually not Gloria, but the Knight's Nexus, that forced its way out at my disgust of Bravely Default 2. Her eyes there are purple. The official art of Gloria herself is brown eyes. It's really strange. It feels like Bravely Default 2 was like one of those stories of just like a bazillion people trying to like put in all their different ideas, but like not any single one of them getting fully fleshed out, and it just becoming like a whole mishmash of just like what was this game even going for, you know, is what it kind of sounds like. It's just like creative butting heads and not being able to commit to like one general idea, just becoming a mix mash. Gotta remember how Elvis's voice goes. I don't think I ever had to like impersonate him because, you know, Bravely Default 2 would have been fully voice acted, right? Wait, or no, there would have been the party dialogue that wouldn't have been. So I guess I would have been doing like Elvis's voice lines during the Bravely Default 2 playthrough, right? This is what's going on here, Adele. Don't ask me. How should I know? We were just having a wee drink in Halcyona, weren't we? Was that the place that was like overrun by the freaking guy that we shoved the holy stick up his ass? Or is that a different area? No, wait, Halcyona was like the main kingdom. I'm thinking of the wooded place. I thought that was called Halcyona for a second. No, Halcyona was the main kingdom, I think. What was the wooded place? I don't remember. Yeah, honestly. The chibi models in Bravely Default 2 were so ugly. Like, the chibi models worked on the 3DS because, you know, you got like a smaller screen, you've got like the blur of the graphics, you know, it worked and it kind of blended together. But like full HD on the Switch, it was just freaking ugly. Bravely Default 2 was ugly. I did not like it. How do you explain the fact that we're now standing in a field I've never seen before? Well, if I were to guess, I'd say we're drunken, efficient, hallucinating. Like caught in some awful nightmare. I like that art. Elvis's Tale, Traveler Story. That's a nice art. I like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the glory you think that's on the cover of Bravely Default 2 is the Knight's Nexus. Pretty crazy if you ask me. And it's never, like, properly answered what the heck that means anywhere or anything. Search for the one who appeared out of the... Guess we haven't been out here much, huh? So let's see here. Battle lies ahead. If interrupted, we have to start over the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, honestly. Like, is the way that it's looking like. In terms of, like, the general designs, like, yeah, the chibi models of Bravely Default 2 was not great, is the thing. I honestly agree. I prefer the SNES era looking sprites. This looks nice. It makes me wish that Bravely Default 2 was in the style of Octopath Traveler then. That, or just go for, like, a Final Fantasy kind of look. Something like that. A modern Final Fantasy look. Not the freaking gross chibi thing that they did. Yeah, monsters are ease. Not like any I've ever seen, that's for sure. Are they a new breed? Hey, less talking, more fighting. I know. Doing Elvis's voice is like killing my throat. What the heck? Huh? You helping us? Thanks. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. But makes you wonder if in a Bravely Second 2, please no, if Glory will become the Knight's Nexus and there be a second one. I really hope that that doesn't happen. Like, if they continue the Bravely series, just move on to freaking Bravely 3rd. Or, like, Bravely Default 3, sorry, is the way the numbers work. If they continue the Bravely series, just move on to Bravely Default 3. I'm done with Bravely Default 2. I want no more of it. We're not half bad ourselves. Yeah, I'm sure you're not half bad yourselves after you all became Beastmasters. I'm Adele the Mercenary. Nice to meet you. How to strategize for a strong team in Bravely Default 2. Just make Beastmasters. So dumb. Oh god, Beastmaster. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the literally uncapped thing. It was so dumb. Yeah, honestly. And this is Elvis. He's a scholar. Don't you love how, like, Bravely Default and Bravely Second were like, yep, you can break the game in half, but you need to, like, really come up with some crazy combination with classes and skills and all that. Whereas Bravely Default 2 is like, if you want to break the game, just use Beastmaster and just go around capturing everything. The freaking stat buffs that it gives you are straight up uncapped. So if you just keep on doing it, you'll just get infinitely stronger and there's no limit. Like, it's so dumb. Like, why wouldn't they just make it be so that, like, when you have, like, this threshold of monsters, it increases your stats by, like, a percentage amount. Instead of just being like, yeah, the amount of monsters that you capture will just straight up increase your stats no matter what your current stats are. Uncapped, completely. You know, like, whose idea was that? It's so dumb. So I think the best thing I absolutely love about Bravely Default 2 is music. Undoubtedly, it's a god tier music. Well, music has to be your absolute favorite music ever. Am's theme of the Knights Nexus Final Boss theme are some of your favorite tracks of every single JRPG out there. Freaking Revo's work with that, like, it's weird, because I hate the story and gameplay of Bravely Default 2, but the soundtrack is straight up one of the best soundtracks I've heard, like, just ever out there. It's amazing, you know, so there's that. Yeah, I'm surprised it got greenlit as well, because, like, you know, again, the previous games had busted things, but you would have to, like, really do crazy mix and match things to, like, truly break the game. Whereas Bravely Default 2, to truly break the game, is just use Beastmaster and capture things. And then, congrats, you've now broken the game, and now you get, like, a free pass through the rest of the game. That's what I did. It's so, like, it's such bad design. Like, you don't have to strategize at all. It's just, use this one class, win. So dumb. Anyway, this whole section of Champions of the Continent is just gonna be shitting on Bravely Default 2, isn't it? So you belong to a traveling band named Enharmonic, do you? Better not be the Knights Nexus. Oh no. Shoot, looks like that's their leader. It's Sorcery! Thunder! That's how we said it in Bravely Default 2, right? I think. Hey, look before you cast. Why do you always jump in spells blazing? Don't sweat the details. Someone has to when going around nearly frazzling people. Whoa, what, at the lightning or at my impression of Eat Sorcery? Oopsie, looks like we've hit a nerve. Whose fault do you think that is? Ah, details, don't you go pulling that on me again. Part title, Bravely Default is a god-awful game. Bravely Default 2 is a god-awful game. Yeah, definitely Elvis right there. Anyway, looks like we're going to need to team up with Team Enharmonic here. Okay. Ooh. And now we get Bravely Default 2 music, which means that this video is almost certainly gonna be demonetized when it goes up on YouTube later, but whatever, I guess. Bravely Default 2 music. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Like, you know, I can shit on the story and gameplay of Bravely Default 2 all day, but, you know, if anyone's insulting the music of Bravely Default 2, then you're just wrong. Like, okay. Alright, let's just see your weaknesses first and foremost here. That's what we'll do. I mean, we shall see here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be hit with that that fat copyright. Yeah, let's just see your weaknesses here. You're gonna be weak to swords, aren't you? Nope. Spears? Spears it is. Alright, you're level 10. I'm not gonna strategize here. I can just do this. I'm over leveled as heck. It's fine. You know? I want to jam out now. This Bravely Default 2 music is so good. Dang, I was kind of hoping I wouldn't just win. Because it's such a legendary soundtrack. I wish that it wasn't, like, so heavily copyrighted on YouTube. Because I would gladly use it in so many videos. You know, it's so good. But yeah. To get a chance to shit up Bravely Default 2. Though you like to play games before judging them, you have exceptions. You got to see my pain firsthand with the playthrough of it on this channel. You know what's funny? Is that, like, Guzma had been familiar with my channel before, but the reason why he, like, got into my channel, like, was pulled back into it, was when I started my series on Bravely Default 2, at least with the demos. He was like, oh, that Acoustic Harmonia guy, he's starting to like Bravely Default too. I like Bravely Default. And, and then Guzma started coming around more frequently. And then, and there was that. And then it wound up being a game that I hate, apart from the music. The music is an absolute masterpiece. You're from a band named Enharmonic, eh? That ain't a scrap on you. That was some tasty brawling. It really was. You were definitely more help than a certain so-called scholar you could mention. Yeah, so I guess Bravely Default too. Built a bunch of connections there, huh?
Oi, oi.
Despite it sucking. Ah, less of that. I pulled my weight fair and square. More importantly, don't we have some questions for them, Elvis? You're right. You don't happen to know where we are right now, do you? Yeah, that. I hate that game. Man, do I love that game's music. What's that? The Theotropolis Plains. Never heard of it. It's on the continent of Ostera, you see. Afraid there's no such thing on this map of mine. In this book my teacher wrote, that's what Elvis's plot was, right? He had a book from his teacher and stuff. Well, what the hey? I've worked up a right old thirst after that wee script. And it sounds like there's loads more we need to ask you. So what do you say? My treat. Oh, really? Revo is such a legendary composer. Like, Revo deserved such a better game than Bravely Default 2 to be working on with a soundtrack that legendary as Bravely Default 2 got. Like, let's face it. Haven't you had enough drinks for one day? A soundtrack like that deserved such a better game behind it. I'm telling you, don't sweat the details. Yeah. Jeez then. Absolutely legendary composer. Come on then. Show us to the tavern. I love Revo's work. Just wish it wasn't so copyrighted. You know. Guide Elvis to the tavern. Heck yeah. I'll gladly do that. You know, even though I hate Bravely Default 2, I'm pretty hyped about this little side quest with Elvis and stuff though. Just because even if I didn't like the game, I did like these characters, and I did like Elvis, you know. I can dislike the story and stuff while still liking characters, and I liked Elvis, you know. But yeah. Personally, I like to think that Ares is a better final boss than Ouroboros in the original game. Yeah, probably, honestly. You know, a lot more of a story impact, rather than, you know, the coming out of nowhere stuff as, like, Ares boss. Like, it would make a lot more sense as Ares there. Crikey. Well, I ask, the deeper the mystery goes. Was my game really that bad? So to sum up, I've been transported to an unknown realm in the blink of an eye. Truth be told, I've never tasted ale quite like this. Oh, that is the spot. You always act like you haven't a care in the world. Aren't we on a quest? You're right. Have you seen one of these about the place? Is he gonna show us an asterisk? Yeah, I freaking called it. It's called an asterisk. Us two on a journey collecting them. But we're not friends or anything. I'm only here because he hired me. Anyone in possession of an asterisk gains access to untold powers, especially if we have the one called Beastmaster. Hello, Mika Plays. How's it going tonight? How's your pulls? Pretty god-awful. I thought you might fit the bill, but with your skills, I was wrong. I found this book while going through my mentor's stuff, but I couldn't read a word of it, see? I have an asterisk near it, though, and the gobbledygook starts making sense. Yet I'm nothing if not nosy, so I set out on a quest to find these special wee stones. But a viewer told you about the Bravely Default collab, and you went to go try it out, and did you play the Bravely Default games? If I find enough of them, I should be able to read the whole thing. And then it just says, Mom gay. That's all well and good, but what are we gonna do now? Wow. Wait, isn't Adele's, I thought Adele's only like paid gems, is the thing. Mika Blaze, did you spend money on this game? Because Adele's like paid only, is the thing. Isn't she? Is the thing. Did you put money into this game? Are you, all free? What? You what now? You what? I'm so confused. And let's just see here. Said Tiz and Ring of Bell Glory and Seth aren't coming to this game. Gosh darn it. Yeah, but freaking Step is paid, her normal. Okay, so her normal banner's free, is the thing. Yeah, I got free, like, but you know, I've got good odds for Idia there since, you know, I had enough gems to do like the full the full steps, and you know, so I got like a better than 50% chance, because there's the 50% chance at the end, and then the chance to get her anywhere along the way. So, you know, I was more likely to get her than not. So I wouldn't count that as like good luck when it's more likely than not. But about that, got an idea. Is Anya's gonna be one of the ones coming out soon? I guess like she was one of the ones available in the Japan version. That's the case. Is there a library nearby to get as much info as we can? Oh, good to hear it. Lead the way. Let's do that. But yeah, I think Anya's was like part of the Japan one though. Huh, yeah, I guess that one is free. I guess is the case. But I'm not gonna bother. Besides, I already have like a, you know, god tier freaking thief here with daggers, considering she can destroy weak points without even then me being weak to them, you know, is the case. So, you know, I probably wouldn't want to replace Viola here anyway, I don't think. Alright, so this way. But yeah. Yeah, I believe so. Didn't she, wasn't she available in the Japanese version? There's like a spreadsheet that someone made that has like all the ones. I think I still have a tab open with it. Nope, it's not on this one here. I think, hold on. Here it is. Here it is. If I control F on yes. Yep. It was released May 13th, 2021, apparently, in the Japanese version. Also, interestingly enough, apparently there was a Nier Automata collab in this game as well, in the Japanese version. So this game that we're gonna start on the near future in the channel that we haven't started yet, apparently 2B and 9S came to this game as well. Apparently. What? Come on! Freaking armrest getting stuck on the thingamabob there. If anybody wants the spreadsheet, the community-made spreadsheet that I found there you go. You can find all the characters and stuff. Is the case, and you know, rarities and stuff and things. Yeah. This mobile game is the first HD 2D game you own? Oh jeez. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of HD 2D games or anything like that. When you got Idia, you also pulled Tressa as a force, so you're so happy. Why do I just have, like, the near worst RNG imaginable when it comes to games like this? I swear. What the heck? Like, why am I cursed? But yeah. Yeah, very similar to Octopath, but different with like the switching. And so this is Theotropolis' library. Practically bursting at the seams. This book in particular looks like it might be useful. What over here? What is it? I'll be jiggered. Yeah, I thought we'd mastered all the world's languages. Huh? You mean you can't read it? Nah, not quite. I can read. Yeah, I feel like everyone that says that Mika plays just winds up going and having incredible luck immediately after, you know. So there's that. Wait, I can read it. Well, sentences showing up here in my book, and I can read them. So basically, the book is translating it for you? Seems like. Yeah? What's that? What is it now? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stay calm. I had an inkling this might be the case, but... Seems like we've gone and found ourselves in another world entirely. What? Then how do we get back? Not to worry. If there was a way here, then it stands to reason there's a way back too. How can you be so nonchalant about all this? That said, we don't know the first thing about this world. Yeah, imagine there's like a Sephiroth banner. I think that all the content that's coming to this version is just gonna be content that was already released in the Japanese version. So I think if it's not on that spreadsheet, it's probably not coming. Most likely. I feel like they're probably just gonna, like, get all, like, I think Guzman was saying in the server that they probably plan on getting, like, all the content out for this game before Octopath Traveler 2 releases, and then maybe just be done with it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe that's not how it's working, if the final update is still yet to come out in Japan. Okay, I'm getting my words all mixed up and stuff. I'm freaking, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about then. Ignore everything I just said. That said, we don't know the first thing about this world. I need your help for a little while longer yet, if that works with you. Basically, I'm looking to join up with your band and harmonic. Thanks. Well, we recruit Elvis. New Traveler. Oh, it's gonna do the ring thing, Bob. Bam. So we're not getting Adele, but we already have like a good thief anyway with Viola, whatever the heck. But here's Elvis, who apparently starts as a 3-star, but if you work at him, you can get him all the way up to 5-star there. Scholar Elvis, a scholar from another world, set out on a quest for the asterisks he needs to decipher a magical tome inherited from his teacher. Unfailingly positive and always up for a drink. That is a really good art here, by the way. Like, look at that. That's a really nice art, I do have to say. That's cool. Makes me wish that Bravely Default 2 looked like that. But yeah. Wait, you just get like another 5-star? You've got like 3 now. The one that you started with, and 2 that you've pulled just by starting in your first session. Are you kidding me? I swear. Anytime I start like any game like this, which last time would have been before I was a content creator, and other people are starting it, I always hear about everyone else getting like such insane luck, and I just stuck here with freaking the most dogshit possible RNG. Yeah, everyone does start off with an automatic 5-star. That is indeed the case, but you know, in addition to starting out with that 5-star, Morris has now pulled 2 additional 5-stars, apparently. Let me introduce myself. I'm Elvis, scholar. Seems unlikely that I'll be able to return home for the time being. Must be fate that brought us to each other. Let me join you on your travels. Yeah, I just started earlier in this stream. There we go. Sweet. Cool. Alright, well. Traveler stories. Add them to your friendly band to continue the tale. Once you obtain with traveling, you will be able to see the continuation, chapter 1 of their story.